Hi friends, if you need to beat the summer heat, I have some air fryer recipes that are absolutely perfect. It has been so hot outside, I really don't like heating up my kitchen and just making things hotter. So these recipes are perfect for summertime. If you're in a heat wave like we are, I just have been loving using the air fryer. So let me share with you these awesome air fryer recipes. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Let's get going. So I'm going to be doing some chicken fajitas in the air fryer. Such an awesome way to cook chicken fajitas without heating the kitchen up. So I have 2 chicken breasts and I'm going to fly it open and then cut it into some smaller strips. I just love chicken fajitas. They are a huge hit in our house, and you can make them lots of different ways. On the Blackstone we do them in the oven also, but just so great in an air fryer. I'm going to use 2 different bell peppers. I have a green and a yellow, and so I'm just going to slice these into some little kind of sliver type pieces. I just love small pieces of bell pepper in the fajita mix. So use your favorite colors. I am using green, and then I really like yellow. It just has a really good sweetness to it. I like snacking on it also, like a little bit of dip, but I'm going to use a yellow bell pepper in these fajitas. So use your favorite colors, whichever kinds you like. So I'm just slicing up all of these ingredients, and then I'll also slice up, I have a yellow onion. So I'm going to cut up half of a yellow onion and slice it into some thin slices as well. So just super easy, just chopping everything up, and then I'll add some seasoning to it, and it'll be ready to go into the air fryer. So a really awesome summer dinner that really our whole family really loves this one. So I have my fajita seasoning mix. I love just buying it in this packet. It's very convenient. I'm going to mix this with my hands so that I can make sure it's all nice and coated. Use all that seasoning up and get this all delicious coated with the yummy seasoning. I'm going to add a liner into my air fryer. You do not need to, but I do. It just makes cleanup really easy. My air fryer is non-stick, but the liner just makes life just that much easier. So I'm adding all that in to the liner. I am going to cook this for about 20 minutes in the air fryer, and these are ready to go. So here it is. Oh my gosh, they're cooked perfectly. Absolutely love doing these fajitas in the air fryer. Quick, easy, doesn't heat up the kitchen, so it is so perfect for summertime. So look how good this looks. Just so tasty. And you can customize this with your favorite peppers, of course, like I said, or you can use steak even for these if you want to do some steak fajitas. So I'm adding on to our favorite kind of tortillas. This is a low-carb tortilla, burrito size. But use your favorite tortilla. You can add on your favorite toppings. I'm going to do some black beans and some shredded cheddar cheese, which is our favorite toppings in our house. So this is really yummy. So I'm going to do some nachos in the air fryer. This is a really fun dinner to do in the air fryer. You can even do this for lunch also. My kids are home on summer break and they are big nacho fans. So sometimes for lunch we can pop this in the air fryer, especially on these hot days. So I have some cooked taco meat. We always have cooked taco meat at our house. I prep it and then I freeze it in batches. So adding in cooked taco meat, adding in black beans as well. We always have those on hand. I'm going to add this all into my air fryer. I'm going to cook this. It doesn't take long, and I'm going to set this one for, I'm going to do it down to 8 minutes, and it's going to cook and be all ready to go. Look how good this looks. Some air fryer nachos. So I'm just going to slide this out onto my platter, and then it will just slide off of this little air fryer liner also. These are really, really handy. I'm going to put in a dollop of sour cream, and I have some salsa also that I'm going to add some salsa on here. Add all of your favorite ingredients. You can do some avocado as well. And here they are, cheesy and so, so good. So this is a huge hit, and it's a really fun way to use the air fryer for dinner. So I'm going to be doing, I have some zucchini, squash, and chicken apple sausage. Really perfect summer recipe here. We have so much squash and zucchini. It's so fresh and delicious in the middle of summer. So I am going to cut it up, and then I'm going to cut it into some smaller pieces. This is how I like to cut my zucchini and squash, just in some smaller chunks. I'm gonna cut the squash now, and add it into my air fryer liner. I will link the liners and my air fryer in the description box if you want to try them out, if you don't use air fryer liners or if you want to get an air fryer. This one is really, really great. I will link it in the description box. With Prime Day on Amazon coming up, it's a great time to buy some fun little appliances or anything you need. So I will link these items in the description box, of course. So now I'm going to add in my chicken apple sausage. So I'm just going to slice it into some, I like to do kind of like a coin shape, or this is kind of a diagonal on this one. But so I'm going to just slice it up into some more kind of almost bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to add this into the air fryer. So really super easy. Slice everything up, add in your seasonings. I'm going to add in some garlic powder. I'm going to add in some onion powder also. I'm doing about a teaspoon each, but gauge on how much you want to do for yourself. I'm going to add in some Lowry seasoning salt, give it a little toss. And a lot of air fryers have kind of different settings. So mine has a bake setting and an air fry setting, which I absolutely love. It has a roast and a reheat also, but I do the bake setting a lot. And it's just, it kind of, for me, is in between a bake and an air fry. So I really like the bake setting. So look how good this is. It is a perfect dinner. So fresh, so like light also. It's a great one. So I'm going to do a folded taco wrap. I make these all the time. I just really love them. So I have our favorite tortillas, cut it down the middle a little bit. I'm going to add in some sour cream. So this is basically going to have 4 sections. So I'm going to put some sour cream in one of the quarters and just spread it nice and evenly. I'm going to add in some avocado as well, and I'm just going to kind of mash it down a bit and kind of spread it onto the tortilla here. And then, like I said, I always have cooked taco meat on hand because I prep it up and freeze it into these containers, and then it is just ready at a moment's notice, really. So this is just perfect for these nights that we do tacos and these taco wraps. So I'm going to add in some shredded cheddar cheese into the 4th little quarter. And then once this is all added, I'm going to fold this up. So I'm going to take this first side with the sour cream, fold it up into the avocado. Then I'm going to fold it over to the taco meat and then fold it down into the shredded cheddar cheese. So you can customize this with all kinds of different things. We do lots of different flavors on these folded wraps, but the taco version is my favorite. So I'm going to add a liner in, even though it is a non-stick air fryer, and this one isn't very messy, but it just is super quick this way. I'm going to cook this. I'm going to do air fry on this one for 5 minutes. Look how nice and crunchy this comes out. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. I absolutely love these, and they're on repeat in the summertime because they're so good, and I love using them in the air fryer. So I'm going to do some fish tacos. I have some tilapia. I love doing fish in the air fryer. It always turns out amazing. I'm adding in some salt and some pepper as well. And I'm going to add a bunch of different seasonings to this tilapia. I have my onion powder. I'm going to add in my garlic powder also. I have some ground cumin that I'm going to add on, and I'm going to just give a sprinkle onto each side. I'm going to do some cayenne. So once I have this all, I'm going to flip them over and season the other side. So I have my air fryer. I'm just going to put this one straight on the air fryer here. You can put it on a liner if you would like. I'm going to cook this tilapia, and then it'll be perfect for our fish tacos. So I'm going to put this one on the bake setting. It doesn't take long at all. 10 minutes, ready to go. So I kind of diced up the tilapia a bit. I'm adding in some shredded cabbage, which I love. And then this sauce, this sriracha mayo, is the game changer. It is really, really super good on fish tacos. So I'm drizzling that on, and it's amazing. So I'm going to do some salmon. We are huge salmon fans in our house. I always cut the salmon before I cook it and portion it into the sizes that we want. If you cut it after it's cooked, it just flakes all over the place. So I always cut it before cooking. Cuts really easily. So add in a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to season this after I cook it with some Japanese steak sauce. And so My kids don't like a lot of seasoning, so I definitely wait until I am done when I'm plating this to add in some more flavors. So I'm gonna cook this for about 16 minutes and look how good it comes out. It's perfectly cooked on the inside, a little crispy on the outside. Amazing. So this is really, really good Japanese steak sauce, and it goes perfectly with salmon. So this is one of my favorite dinners, and it's just a really great summer dinner. Perfect coming out of the air fryer. So thanks so much for being here for this video with my air fryer recipes. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe and leave me a comment if you have any questions at all. I'll see you in my next video. Have a great one.